Hey guys, it's Heavenly M here. Welcome back to the channel. The Persona series is no stranger to spin-offs. Though there were many obscure spin-off titles in the past, I'd say Persona spin-offs began to truly be good and get lots of attention starting with Persona 4, where many of them have become very high-quality titles that often continued the stories of that game and previous games, such as how was done in the Arena games. For Persona 5, we've had Dancing, which I talked about in my previous video, go check it out. We've had Persona Q2, and we've had Scramble, which is confirmed that the West will be getting someday soon according to Koei's recent financial report. But what about beyond that? Today, I'd like to examine what I think is a highly likely spin-off to come in the future, and also talk about a spin-off I'd personally like to see someday. So the big game I'd put in the probably coming category is obviously Persona 5 Arena. Persona 4 Arena did pretty well, and did well enough to receive a sequel, which I think shows that fans are excited and interested in this crossover series. Various developers for both Arc System Works and P Studio, the studio part of Atlus in charge of the Persona series, have talked about it in some capacity, with some saying that they're interested in it and would love to see it happen someday. The first two titles sold well, and I'm sure Atlus sees the mainstream success an Arc System Works fighting game like Dragon Ball FighterZ is having, and would love to try and jump into that market. If a Persona fighting game blew up like that and went on to become an esport, it would be an incredible boost to the main series' popularity. As we've seen, FighterZ has also continued to bring in new fans for the mainline Dragon Ball anime and manga series. Adachi and Elizabeth recently came over to BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, showing that the two companies are still collaborating and on good terms. Obviously, I can't predict the future, but if I had to bet, I'd say a Persona 5 Arena is definitely coming, but it's just a matter of when. It all just depends on the work schedules of the developers, who would primarily be Arc System Works. They're notoriously busy right now, working on new titles such as Guilty Gear Strive, while also still providing DLC and update support for many of their previous games, such as the two I had mentioned previously, BlazBlue and Dragon Ball FighterZ. Balancing all these games while still adding all these new fighters, all while working on new titles, is a lot to juggle, I assume, and certainly the state of the world has probably slowed down many of their upcoming projects. Nonetheless, I feel as though we'll someday see Persona 5 Arena, and if I had to guess, more than likely I could see an announcement and release next year, if not, early 2022. I imagine it will continue the story of Persona 5, while also finally canonically bringing together the Phantom Thieves with C's and the investigation team. I haven't played Scramble yet, so I don't know what happens in there, but I imagine a fan favorite from that game will probably show up, and big spoilers for Persona 5 Royal, I can pretty much guarantee that a certain someone from Persona 5, Akechi, whose fate was left ambiguous and is seen in an after-credits scene, will finally be declared alive. Akechi is an insanely popular character, particularly in Japan, so there's no way I can see him being left out. The game will also finally tie in Royal with Scramble and the main timeline. Right now I see a lot of debate whether Scramble is canon, since neither Maruki, Akechi, nor Kasumi are seen. But I think it's definitely canon, as every mainline game that's been on consoles and not some obscure mobile spin-off has always been canon. And so the Arena game will probably tie together the inconsistencies and explain why they weren't there. Now, a game that I don't think is probably being planned, it more than likely isn't, but one that I'd love to see nonetheless is a Persona 5 Racing spin-off. This isn't the kind of spin-off that's more than likely coming in the way that Arena is. It's just a spin-off that I'd really love to see, and one that I think could actually be pretty fun if done right. There's tons of cool locations in the Persona games that could serve as tracks, such as the Moonlight Bridge and the surrounding area in Persona 3, maybe a track that runs through Inaba in Persona 4, and of course, they could even turn the iconic palaces from Persona 5 into tracks as well, providing unique maps with interesting, yet familiar designs. Item boxes in the iconic Mario Kart style could instead be called wild card boxes, and maybe they'd give you a random persona with a skill. Maybe you hit one and you get a Jack Frost, who casts Bufu, hitting someone and freezing them or making their tires all slippery. Maybe you get a Huapo, giving you Miragi, giving you 4 fireballs to shoot out. Maybe you get really lucky and get Yoshitsune, who would cast Hasutobi, his best move, and make a shockwave around you in a similar way to the horn in Mario Kart 8. There's tons of unique things they could do to really give the game that Persona flair. Maybe every playable character would have a unique ability exclusive to their personal persona, similar to how certain combinations in Mario Kart Double Dash had powerful, unique abilities. I'm sure there's tons of ways they could make it a really interesting and one-of-a-kind experience, and personally, I'd love to see it happen someday. With that said, what do you guys think the next Persona spin-off will be? And how would you guys feel if they made a Persona racing game a real thing? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that said, that's it for the video today, guys. Leave this video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more Persona content. This is Heavenly M. Peace out.